Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'll show you step by step how to install and run real Windows apps and PC games on your Android device using WinLater CMod. By the end of this guide, you'll see LibreOffice running, Firefox browsing, VLC media playback, Notepad++ working as a text editor, and even Steam games are running smoothly on an Android device. This is one of the most powerful ways to bring Windows software to Android because WinLater combines Wine and Box64 to create a virtual Windows environment right on your phone. I'll take you through the entire process from installation to performance optimization so you can unlock a new world of Windows apps and games on Android. So let's get started. Before we begin, let me show you the device I'm using. This is OnePlus 10T 5G phone running Android 14. It comes with 16 GB of RAM, powered by Qualcomm Snapdragon 8 Plus Gen 1 processor and has the Adreno 730 GPU. First, we need to download and install WinLater CMod on your Android device. Open Google Chrome or any browser you like. In the search bar, type WinLater CMod GitHub. Open the first official link. On the GitHub page, scroll to the Releases section. The latest version is WinLater CMod 13.1. Under this version, find the section called Assets. You'll see several files listed here. Download the file that ends with .apk. When the download finishes, tap the file to install. Choose Install Anyway. In a few seconds, WinLater CMod will be installed. After installation, tap Open. Allow storage permissions so the app can install programs and manage game files. WinLater will now download and configure its system files. This may take a minute or two, depending on your device and internet speed. You can also allow permission to access SD card or USB storage. Once the setup is done, you'll see the container screen. A container works like a mini Windows PC inside WinLater. This is where your apps and games will run. To set it up, tap the plus button at the top. A setup window will appear with many options. Don't worry if it looks confusing, I'll explain each part step by step. First, give your container a name so you can recognize it later. If you are setting it up for games, call it Games. If it's for work, you can name it Work Apps. Next, choose the screen resolution. Lower resolutions run faster on mobile devices, while higher ones like 1080p look sharper but may reduce performance. I'll go with 960 by 544 for a good balance. You can leave the rest of the settings as default and it will work fine. But if you want better performance, you can adjust a few options based on your hardware. Move to the graphics settings. Select the latest graphics wrapper, ideally Wrapper V2. Tap the settings icon next to it. Here, you need to pick a graphics driver. By default, it is set to System, which uses your phone's stock driver. It's stable but not always the fastest. For the Snapdragon 7 series, use V762. For the Snapdragon 8 series, use V805. For the best result, I recommend Turnip 25.3.0 R3 Auto. If you have a Mali GPU, stick with the system driver. Next, look at the DXVK version. Choose Async 1.10.3. Make sure to turn Async on. This reduces stutter and gives smoother gameplay. Scroll down to the bottom. Here, you can spoof your GPU to something more powerful, like NVIDIA GTX 1080 Ti. You can also adjust a video memory. If your phone has 6 GB RAM or less, set it to 2 GB. If it has 8 GB or more, set it to 4 GB. Go to the advanced settings. For the startup selection, choose normal so all the services load when the container starts. Next, open the Drives tab. By default, you'll see the D and E drives. D is linked to your phone's download folder, E is for system files. You can add another drive to store personal files like photos, videos, documents or game files. Tap Add and a new drive F will appear. Tap the folder icon and select any folder on your phone. You can also link a folder from your SD card. I'll create a new folder and assign it to the F drive. Tap the check mark to save. Your container is now ready. Boot into your container by pressing the play button. When it finishes loading, you'll see a desktop-like screen. The touch mouse is enabled by default. You can enable the on-screen keyboard from the side panel whenever needed. If you prefer, you can also connect a real mouse and keyboard using a USB hub. At the bottom left, tap the Start button. Go to System Tools. Inside, you'll find two installers, Wine Gecko Installer and Wine Mono Installer. These are important because many Windows apps rely on components like .NET Framework. Without them, some programs may crash or fail to open. Install them one by one. Once both are installed, your container will be more stable and ready for different apps. Now it's time to install a Windows program. As an example, I'll use Steam since it's one of the most popular apps for PC gaming. The process is similar for most other Windows applications. Minimize WinLater and open your Android browser. Search for Steam Download on Google and go to the official Steam website. By default, it will detect your Android device and suggest the mobile app, but we need the Windows version. To fix this, tap the three dots in Chrome. Enable desktop site and reload the page. Now you'll see the Windows download button. Tap it and download the file called steamsetup.exe. Once the download is complete, go back to WinLater and open your container. On the desktop, you'll see drives labeled C, D, E and maybe F if you created one earlier. The D drive is mapped to your Android's download folder, so the Steam installer will be there. Find steamsetup.exe and double-click it. The installer will launch exactly like it does on a Windows PC. Follow the setup wizard and Steam will install in just a few seconds. Now that Steam is installed, you can start downloading your games. Open Steam from the Start menu. On the first launch, it might update the Steam client. If it doesn't launch or shows a black screen, don't panic. This happens often. Wait for a while and Steam will open on its own. Once it's ready, go to your library and select a game you already own. For this example, let's use Counter-Strike Condition Zero. Click Install, Confirm, and Steam will begin downloading the game. When the download is complete, launch the game. Once it opens, you'll see the familiar Counter-Strike menu. For better performance, lower the graphics settings. Turning off shadows or reducing resolution helps a lot on mid-range devices. Next, configure your game controls. WinLater offers different options. You can play with a mouse and keyboard, a Bluetooth gamepad, or touchscreen controls. If you are using a Bluetooth controller, swipe from the left edge, tap Input, and then choose Controller Manager. Assign your game controller to player 1. You can also add more controllers for multiplayer, up to 4 players. If you don't have a physical controller, that's fine. You can use the touchscreen controls built into WinLater. The app automatically maps buttons to standard keyboard keys. If you are using game controller, assign the buttons inside the game itself. Once your controls are set, you can jump straight into the game. WinLater also supports advanced input features like relative mouse movement, which is useful for first-person shooters. Enabling this setting keeps the in-game mouse pointer locked in position so you can move your aim naturally just like on a PC. As you can see, Counter-Strike Condition Zero runs smoothly in WinLater because it's an older game with very low requirements. It was made for Windows XP era PCs. It uses DirectX 7 and 8 and needs less than 1 GB of RAM, which today's mobile hardware can easily handle. That's why my OnePlus 10T with Adreno 730 runs it effortlessly. Older PC games from the early 2000s to around 2012 generally work well in WinLater. Modern games, however, are different. Titles like GTA 5, CSGO, Valorant, etc. depend on DirectX 10 or 11 and x86 64 processors. On ARM-based phones, these must be emulated through Box64, which makes them too slow or may not run at all. In short, WinLater is great for enjoying classic PC games, but it cannot handle modern high-end games due to hardware and compatibility limitations. We have already tested PC games in WinLater. Now let's try installing some Windows application and see how they work. I have downloaded the installer files for LibreOffice, Firefox, VLC, Notepad++ and 7-zip. All of them are saved in the downloads folder of my phone. Let's start with LibreOffice. This is an office suite similar to Microsoft Office. Go through the steps just like you would on a PC. LibreOffice is open source, lightweight, and cross-platform. It works well with Linux and ARM devices, so it adapts nicely in the Wine environment of WinLater. I also tried installing Microsoft Office, but it didn't work. That's because it depends on complex Windows components, which don't always run correctly with Wine or Box64. Once LibreOffice is installed, open it from the Start menu. It includes Writer, Spreadsheet and Presentation, just like Word, Excel and PowerPoint. Open Writer and you will see it's fully functional. You can type, create documents and use it without issues. Spreadsheet and Presenter also work the same way. Next, let's install Mozilla Firefox. Here I'm using an older version. Newer Firefox builds may not run properly in WinLater because they need updated Windows components. Running an older version is a good workaround. Once the installation is complete, open Firefox. If it crashes, simply close the WinLater container completely and then relaunch it. When the container loads again, you'll see the shortcut for your newly installed app on the desktop. Try opening Firefox from this shortcut, and this time it should launch without problems. The interface might look a little dated because it's an older version, but it still works perfectly fine. Now install VLC Media Player. VLC is lightweight, so the latest version runs without problems. Open VLC And if you have a video or music file in your drive, play it to test. It should run smoothly inside Winlator. Now, install Notepad++. This app is small and very fast. Launch it and try typing or editing a text file. It works great inside the container. To finish up, let's install 7-Zip. Once it's ready, open Firefox and download a sample zip file from the internet. After the download is complete, launch 7-Zip. Open the zip file in 7-Zip. Select the extract option. The archive will be unpacked into the same folder instantly. This demonstrates that you can easily unzip and manage compressed files with 7-Zip inside Winlator, just like on a regular Windows PC. Later, if you want to uninstall any app or game, open the Start menu and go to the Control panel. Select Add or Remove Programs. Choose the application you want to remove. Click Modify or Remove. The program will be uninstalled just like on a real Windows PC. You may notice that its shortcut still remains on the desktop, but don't worry. This will disappear the next time you restart the container. So now we have a full set of Windows applications running on Android. Each app launches and works just like it would on a PC. Keep in mind that not every Windows program will run perfectly. Some advanced or modern software may crash or fail to open. Still, as you have seen, many popular tools work very well. With this setup, you have turned your Android phone into a mini Windows PC for both apps and games. If you run into issues, you can always look up community forums for specific fixes or tweaks. Happy gaming and computing on Android. Enjoy your portable Windows experience and stay tuned for more guides.